Cancer, hello. How are you guys doing? This is your extended reading for December 2022, okay? I'm touching on two situations that I have not touched on for the month of December at all. And that is the current person and the new person. So if those aren't what you're inquiring about, this video is not for you. If you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please read the description of this video very, very carefully. There are scammers all over the internet who love to pretend to be me, okay? So please don't fall for that. Don't get scammed. Check the description of the video. That's the only way to schedule a personal reading with me, okay? All right, let's take a look at the current person. If you are not experiencing problems, issues, or concerns with somebody who is currently a part of your life, this is not for you. Matter of fact, if your love life is just fine and healthy and good, you shouldn't even know who I am. All right, let's see. What's the problem? What's the issue? What's going on here? What's the issue? What's the problem between Cancer and the current person? Four of Wands. Okay, that looks good. What's the problem then? Happy, healthy home? What's the issue then? What's going wrong here? Three of Wands reversed. Ooh, the Star card. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Oh, okay. Okay. Ah, and there's that Ten of Pentacles. Same thing came out for Gemini a minute ago. Okay, so you're contemplating on whether or not to wait around for this to improve or to just abandon it altogether. The Lover's card is in the reverse. Could be a Gemini for some of you, by the way. You know, Ten of Pentacles is in the heart of the spread. This is for this to be in the heart of this spread, meaning right the middle card in the spread. This is a superficial connection. You know, usually taken straight at face value. I know there's at least one of you dealing with somebody where one person makes more money than the other. Doesn't have to be that way though. That superficial type of energy can manifest in many different ways, whether maybe they make all the money and you're only sticking around for that, or you make all the money and they're only sticking around for that, or let's say both of you make $500,000. Shit, I've seen that happen many times. I've had somebody come back and say, there's no financial codependency between the two of us. We both make $500,000 a year. Oh yeah? Well, they want that $1 million. That's what they want. They don't want to leave you and only have $500,000. They want that $1 million income, and that's all I give a shit about, you know? So however that manifests, I think it's superficial in nature. And like I said, contemplating, not sure whether or not to abandon this or stick around and see if things are going to get any better. I'll tell you what, though. It's not just going to randomly get better. I promise you that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. If two people are not willing to put forth work, energy, and effort, Tinkerbell is not going to come sprinkle pixie dust on the relationship and make it magically change. It's not really going to work that way. What we as humans always do, though, whenever a situation is going wrong, what we are waiting around on is the other person to change. That's what we're waiting around on. Let's see this person's intentions. Let's see. And this is where I always default to this, okay? I know you all have heard me say this a million times. I'm going to keep saying it because this is very important. Do you believe that the universe is so fucking stupid that the person it picked out specifically for you is somebody who would leave you hanging so confused that you don't know whether or not to stay or go? Is the universe that dumb? Is the universe like, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo and pick a random life partner for you that, you're not going to be sure about whether or not that's your person. You just hope y'all try to figure it out. Is the universe that dumb? I'll tell you what got me thinking that way. And if you come to me for a personal reading, I probably already told you this, but I heard this quote. And the quote goes like this: if they really love you, you'll know. If they don't, you'll be confused. Dude, when I heard that, that changed everything. Changed everything. You shouldn't be confused. Shouldn't be confused about nothing. If you're confused, that's not the person the universe picked for you. Ah, yeah, see? Okay. So this person does miss the good old days when things were good between the two of you. They do miss the good old days. The problem is this person isn't going through the process of actually working through y'all's issues and problems. Okay? I think lots of people fall under the misconception that the person the universe picked for them, there's never going to be any problems. It's like, whoa, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It don't work like that. Oh, there will be problems. Y'all will have your disagreements. Y'all will have your arguments. There will be issues. There will be speed bumps in the road. But y'all will work on it. Whenever a problem comes around, see, here's what most people do. Two people come together, whoop, 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 everything's going good. Then they hit their first speed bump. And what do? Nothing. They stuff it under the rug, try to pretend that it never happened, and they cross their fingers and hope that it doesn't happen again. Well, guess what? That shit didn't go nowhere. That energy is going to come right back around. You're going to hit that same speed bump. So we end up just looping around in cycles, the same toxic cycle, the same thing over and over and over. See, what happens when you're with your person is you hit a speed bump, then both of you pull back and you say, whoa, okay, how can I work on me? That's the key. That's the secret. Two people say, how can I work on me? Quit finger pointing. How can I improve me? And then guess what happens? That speed bump never comes back around. Now you all move up to the next level. Then the next problem, the next challenge. It's on a totally different level. And this process keeps continuing, and you all keep working through it, going up and up and up and growing and evolving. And if you can, what the picture I draw in my mind, you ever seen two trees grow together, over time? Like they kind of come together, those trees that they twist together and then they grow together and become one. That's what happens between the two of you when you all go through this, So this person is not actually working through whenever you all have a problem. They're not doing any healing at all. None. None. I do think too that they're just patiently waiting, hoping, kind of like you are. I feel like y'all are both doing the same thing, as a matter of fact. You're both just kind of hanging around, waiting like, well, is it going to change? They're sitting around wondering when you're going to change. You're sitting around wondering when they're going to change. So y'all are both just kind of like sitting around waiting on each other to change, All right. I don't think this person has a whole lot of faith, though. They're starting to lose faith. They're losing more and more faith in this situation as time goes on. Let's see the outcome for December then. Let's see. Okay, so I don't see separation happening in December. I do not see separation happening in December. Let's see. Justice reversed. Y'all get that Libra card every time. That's a big one. See, if you ever met a career auto mechanic, they take mental notes on what cars come into the shop most frequently with what problems. They can tell you, Jeeps are notorious for starters going out. Or those Toyota Camrys are horrible for leaky radiators or something like that, Well, in my line of work, I make mental notes on the most common astrological mismatches. And I would have to say that I think Cancer and Libra is on that list. I see that all the time. It's cardinal energy. I don't know why cardinal signs always stick together like that. I don't know. It's weird. All right. No, I'm not seeing separation happening. I do feel like y'all are going to be having a conversation, though. But I see you all trying to work this out and talk this out. But I'm not 100% convinced that this person takes it seriously. With the King of Swords, King of Wands reversed, not really. But I see you all trying to work this out, though. I do see a conversation happening. King of Cups reversed. Man. So, okay. Y'all are completing a karmic cycle. That's what's happening here. And in this deck, I love this deck because it's actually the karma card. So you all are completing a karmic cycle with this person, but I don't see you walking away in December. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What's the advice here? What's the advice? Oh, the Emperor. Okay. So it's very important to only try to control what you actually have control of. If something is out of your control, back away from it. Let it do what it's got to do. Ace, so yeah, y'all got to have that conversation. You got to have that conversation, but we have to have both people. See, it's hard to get somebody to open up like this too. Because we always get so defensive and we throw our guard up. So how do I make you feel safe enough to let your guard down and be willing to open up and be vulnerable? And I say, look, okay, we both have work that we need to do. We both have work that we need to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the bigger person and I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first. I'm going to work on me. For me. And then when you start doing that, one or two things is going to happen. The minute you get to work on you, you're going to start evolving up out of that frequency. And then at that point, the person that you're dealing with has a choice. They can either choose to work on themselves with you and evolve with you, or separation will happen by default. Because the more you work on yourself, if this person refuses to work on themselves, you all are no longer a vibrational match anyway. Let's look at the new person. New person. If you're not dealing with somebody who just recently came into your life, this is not for you. New person. Let's see. What's going on here? Five of Swords reversed. All right, one more. Last one. Hangman. Ooh. Okay, so there is a lot of emotion here. Somebody is up in their head overthinking this, though. Is that you? I honestly, at first glance, I feel like this is you. You may be thinking that this is too good to be true. You may be thinking that. You may be thinking that. It's like, this is almost too perfect. This is too perfect. So what's going on with you? What are you hiding? When are your true colors going to start bubbling up to the surface? You're too perfect. Okay, Ashton Kutcher, when you going to come out and I'm being punked, ain't I? Okay. Where's the hidden cameras at? You know? I think you're up in your head overthinking this. Because it looks, there is a lot. Oh, okay. Oh. So there is still unfinished past business too. That's what it is. I think you're comparing this person too much to something that happened to you in the past. At one point in time in the past, you got into a relationship that everything was perfect, beautiful, and amazing. And you got your fucking soul ripped in half, didn't you? So now you're thinking that's going to happen again. Now it's like, oh shit, I ain't going through that again. Let's see their intentions. Let's see the new person's true intentions then. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Page of Cups. Okay, so they're just a little bit emotionally immature, but I don't think they have bad intentions. I don't. For those of you who are wondering whether or not this person is going to ghost you for their ex, I don't think so. I don't think so. With the Six of Cups and the Death card, I do feel like this person has every intention of moving forward and leaving the past in the past and letting the past be done and over with. This person definitely wants to be independent too. I feel like there's a bit of a mental battle going on in their head. Do I want to move forward and be independent, or do I want to go ahead and give this a chance and take the chance? Because I think they have their concerns of their own too. I don't see bad intentions though. I don't. That's the main thing I'm looking for. Okay, outcome for December. Outcome for December. Will this take a turn for the best or for the worst? Outcome for December. Queen of Swords. Man. Your defenses are being triggered, aren't they? You are keeping your head above water. I don't think you're letting yourself get emotionally attached to this person. I don't think you are. Okay, so I feel like you're definitely keeping yourself at an emotional distance, but it looks stable. Yep. Tower card reverse. I don't see this coming to an end. I don't. But there is some emotional codependency here. There is. I feel like you are not letting yourself get emotionally attached to this person, but the minute the two of you do actually let your guard down and start coming in close, there is some codependency that is going to need to be addressed. Okay? I'm not going on that lecture, don't worry. All I mean when I say emotional codependency is I need a relationship to be the solution to my emotional problems. In a nutshell, I'm sad and lonely, and I need a relationship to fix that problem. Okay, but I'm seeing you all staying pretty solid throughout December. I'm not seeing an emotional connection happening though. This person is not playing no games. They are not playing no games. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups reversed. So you're holding back, not really allowing this to, and I think it's going to kind of start pissing this person off too. Yeah. Come the new year, if you all haven't formed an emotional connection, you're still kind of keeping them at an arm's distance, they're going to start getting a little bit cranky, a little bit pissed off, a little bit irritated. All right. Advice. What's the advice? Advice. Ooh, the Chariot. Hey, look. Check it out. Ooh, and this is a cool Chariot card, too. I like this one. Because this one depicts it perfectly. Okay? So here's the thing about the Chariot. This is a trust-based card. See, these two animals here, they got to trust this dude, and he has to trust them. See, because they are way more powerful than he is. Way more powerful. So he has to trust that these two incredibly powerful animals are leading him in the right direction. At the end of the day, he really doesn't have any control over these animals. He really doesn't. I mean, not really. It's a trust-based connection that he has with these two animals. If he tells them to stop and they stop, he didn't control them. That was a trust-based, vibrational. You understand the point that I'm making? Trust the process. Trust the process. Don't try too hard to speed things up or slow things down. I feel like, again, this is a whole new cycle. If you let it be a new cycle. If you don't let it be a new cycle and you keep comparing it to a past cycle, it will end up turning out to be a repeat cycle. Okay, yep, see, whole new cycle. Starting a whole new cycle. New cycles are scary a lot of times. We always think we want a new cycle. We always think we want one. And then when we're given a new cycle, we get scared and freaked out. You know, like new people, new situations, new things that are outside of my comfort zone. It's like, yeah, that's what a new cycle is. You're going to be dealing with people that are unlike people you've ever dealt with before. You're going to find yourself in situations that are unlike situations you found yourself in before. And it's a little bit scary. It's outside of your comfort zone. If all you have ever been in is toxic relationships, do you know how weird it's going to feel to be in a non-toxic relationship? It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel strange. Something's going to feel off. See what I'm saying? Be sure the two of you form a psychological connection. That friendship in the beginning is very important. Very important. How many times have you done that? Come together with somebody, you don't take the fucking time to get to know them. You know? We don't do that, do we? We don't take that. All we know is that we're both lonely and horny, and that's all we know about each other, and that's all that matters. Then, after a while, those intense feelings will begin to subside, and that's normal. That's normal. Then we find out we don't really like each other. Once those intense in the beginning feelings wear off, what are we left with? Very frequently, we're left with, I don't like you, and you don't like me. What are we doing? If we form that friendship in the beginning, though, and we actually take the time to get to know who each other is, then by the time all that wears off, 6 months to a year down the line, then we at least still have a good connection. We still have a good connection. Let's get a random freestyle advice spread. Random freestyle advice. Any kind of advice, randomly, for Cancer. Ooh, the Empress in the reverse. 2 more shuffles, 2 more. All right. Oh, do not take on burdens that aren't yours to take on, unless you're in the position to and you have no expectations. This is a big one. This is a big one. Expectations. I'm going to tell you what. You know, that's the majority of our disappointment, is when we have expectations. So many people are out here trying to help people and do good things for people and this and that, and they get walked all over. And the reason that's so disappointing is because we have expectations that you should be treating me the way that I'm treating you. Let me tell you a little something about me. Just some behind the scenes trivia about me as a person. I will never, ever loan anybody money. Never. If I hand you money, it's yours. Keep it. I don't want it back. Here, this is yours. Keep it. Oh, I'll pay you back. No, you won't. I don't want it. Keep it. It's yours. There is no expectation. I don't give a shit what you do with it. I don't care if you go buy food for your kid, or you can roll it up and fuck yourself with it. I don't care what you do with it. I do that because that's the kind of person that I am. Now, what you do with it is what kind of person you are. That makes sense? If I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to help somebody just because that's who I am. Period. Doesn't matter what they do with it. They can say thank you and return the favor, or they can say fuck off, get lost. Oh, well, that's you. If I take on a burden and I choose to help you, that's who I am. If you tell me to fuck off, that's who you are. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So, I haven't gone on this lecture in a while. One of the easiest ways to transmute and transcend the energy produced by a negative situation is to change your perspective on why it's happening. This is the tricky part. And it's tricky because we have been so programmed and brainwashed into being victims. You know, this is tricky to do. But I promise you, if you practice this, it gets easier and easier and easier. See, we all trust the universe when things are going good. It's real easy to say that everything happens for a reason when things are going good. It's real easy to say that. But when things are going not so good, or something bad happens, or something unexpected happens, can you still hold on to that? Whenever something bad's happening, are you still able to reach for that and say, I feel like this is happening for a reason? Can you do that? It's tricky. It's tough. It's not easy. It is not easy. But if you can remember to pause and take a step back and say, okay, if this is out of my control and there's nothing I can do about this, it must be part of the plan. It must be part of the plan. I've tried everything. I have tried everything. And this bad thing is still happening. Obviously, there is a reason. I'm trusting that one of these days, I'm going to be looking back on this and it's going to make sense. If you can hold on to that, and I mean hold on to it, for a long extended period of time, and don't even waste your time trying to figure out how it's going to happen. The human mind can't comprehend that. But if you can hold on to that, picture yourself at some random point in time in the future, 2 years, 3 years, and you're looking back on this thing that you're going through, and you're creating the feeling that it was a blessing in disguise. Picture that. Hold on to that. Because what you're doing is, imagine you have a magic fishing pole, and you go, and you hook on to that version of you that exists out there in the quantum field who ended up experiencing this bad thing as a blessing in disguise. You're hooked onto it, and you're reeling yourself towards that future reality. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not trying to say it's easy. But if you can get in the habit of every time things start working out in a way that isn't what you planned, if you can get in the habit of pausing, taking a step back, and saying, okay, universe, I trust you. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I trust you. I'm trusting that you're doing this for a reason. If you can get in the habit of that, watch your life transform. Watch your life transform. Promise you that. Promise you that. Because you will experience that version of you out there in the quantum field who exists out there who ended up experiencing this bad thing as being a blessing in disguise. If not, you will experience the version of you out there who experienced just being nothing but a pitiful little victim of a bad thing that happened to them. They're both out there. They're both out there. They're both out there. Which one do you want to connect to? Oh, woe is me, pitiful me, this horrible thing happened to me. Why can't I catch a break? What did I do to deserve this? That person's out there. You're not wrong. That exists. But which one do you choose to tap into and believe? At any given time when something happens, there's a crossroads. There's a split off, two paths. One path goes up this way, one path goes down this way. Which one are you going to take? Alrighty. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.